Hello, my beautiful people, once again. Here I am. My hair is actually looking very big in 80s, but I don't even give a care. I will give you a little glimpse of my inside living room and my kitchen that I'm going to do stuff to, obviously. I think because, for a long time I wanted to do white cabinets because I love the cleanliness until you start touching it and using it. But I kind of want to rebel because you know that I'm rebellious in life and want to go against the mainstream on purpose this time. So I don't know what I'm wanted to do. As far as me liking so many different things now, and I feel like I can really go full on decorating in this toe tag home, as they call it. I really like global ethnic bohemian in like the main rooms. So I have so many different pieces of artwork and different things. I may actually have to get some help. And we could go into a whole nother show talking about that is just buying so many things that are mismatched. They're mismatched because I like so many different things. So how am I going to incorporate that? I'm not sure yet. And then buying things and returning them and, thinking that they're going to work and whatever it is. It's a good thing I really didn't go into interior design because I'm so indecisive. So today, hello. I wanted to jump on here really quickly again because, like I said, too, this is also part of my therapy. So even for it really doesn't even matter my two people listening, but I'm talking to somebody because, usually people are working and doing things. They don't have time to hear me run my mouth and make comments. So why not come on here? And basically, this is still like my own radio show, even though I don't have a guest, right? Okay, so things today, I am going to title this, I really am, Magic at DMV. Because so part of the things of talking about to my daughter, our daughter, is about this whole positive thinking that can get really annoying to people, including her. And basically, I could go in and talking about this whole parenting thing, which right now specifically, it's as of my own result. As my own doing, that we are in basically this pattern and cycle of having the same conversations about job specific things, specific, and she's getting her license now, trying to get it. So the story, I want to try to talk about three different areas, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so magic at DMV, a lot of us know that the people there aren't very happy, right? It's like notorious because they have to deal with a lot of different things, right? A lot of bullshit, a lot of just different things, right? And I think in general in the world also too, people don't treat each other very kindly, right? And it's very rare, it seems like even public, like people are talking about good news or whatever it is usually complaining or dealing with, somebody, some sort of issue, and especially at DMV. Well, to make a long story short, we are going to make a long story short of why it was magical, is basically we had to end up rescheduling. Um, we had to reschedule appointment and a behind the wheel exam, and I thought it must be in some fine print that you could walk in for behind the wheel. I only thought that because I know people make appointments, but it made it seem like or something like that. I thought I could go there. Okay, so my own fault or whatever, or it was my husband's doing. So basically, we talked to somebody and he seemed like he was fine when we walked up there. But I had been thinking all morning about, having good people and always praying that you're going to encounter somebody good who's going to help you. So I asked him, we have an appointment that we had already booked for December 17th. What is it, November the 20th or 21st? And I said, is it possible you could look around to see anywhere in the outlying areas if we could get an appointment before then? And he's like, I'm not very confident, but I can look. The last time I was looking, there weren't any appointments till January. And I looked in all the surrounding situations and I was like, be confident, be confident. And he's like, he said something like, I'll wave my magic wand, or maybe I can wave it, or whatever it is that he said. And I was like, here we go, let's go. And so anyway, he's looking through, he looked at a couple of, the two couple of dates were all January in surrounding areas and including our location. And then he's like, oh, I do see one November 22nd. And I looked and I was like, well, when was it? Tomorrow. So the day today that we were in, there's an appointment for tomorrow. Okay, so P.S. There's just all this stuff that we actually have to go through in doing the address changes and stuff, or making sure because of the move, all of our stuff is lined up. So basically, either a couple of different things that we have to do, right? That's going to be annoying. I don't know why God, Source, Universe is sending us all over the place, other than it's delaying our daughter to get her license. But the point of the story is that we got a license. He was very kind and nice. He gave us lots of information and extra information that we needed. And in that meantime, my daughter looked at me and she's all, Mom, you are magic. And I was like, yes, yes, I know. See, always be confident, people. Turning a what could be negative situation that is upside down, upside, right side up, right? Even though this is a little bit conveniencing. Okay, finalizing in this conversation, he gives us this piece of paper that says the driving test criteria, which she already had. But when he said that, he said it'll give you everything you need to pass the test. And he's like, he said something like, make sure you, what's the word? Make it obvious when you turn your head to look in the bike lane when you are changing lanes, or like, for example, to make a right turn. Make sure you are obvious about it. And I said, actually, before he said that, I said, wait a minute, did you read that piece of paper? Did you see that? Did I give you a piece of paper that said you that's why that she failed the first time? Because she did everything perfectly. She's great at all this. She's been driving for almost 2 years. But we both think that that guy, the first instructor, did not see her look, or she didn't make it obvious. Maybe his eyes were closed. Maybe he was reading his clipboard thing. We don't really know. We just know that is the reason. So, of all the things, even the couple of little other things, basically, it's because that was the violation. So he's like, make sure you do that. And I said, how did you know that? What do you mean? And he's like, I've been working here for 30 years and I know that that's like one of the things on there. Or he said, that's the thing on there that fails people. And I just thought that was magic as well, because he just knew already, like he was cyclically reading our minds, right? So we are going to a different location that, yes, it's going to be a different course of travel, of course, which also can make it nerve wracking. But the point is, they're going to make sure that she did that. So as long as we know, and she's really good about, she said she's actually going to say it out loud. I like to see these things that I feel like she took after me, because sometimes I don't see that. So I want to share that with you people, is that all this positive thinking, I can share stories, but the bottom line is try for yourself like a game. Because then in life, it's kind of like, oh, what else can I do? I mean, there's all kinds of stories I can tell you. I told you I don't give you enough examples, but I have so many magic stories like this. And I call them magic because it's some, if you can, what you think about, you bring about. Don't forget it. Okay. That saying, I don't know who said it, but I love using that. Um, and this type of thought can be really out there or fantastical or unbelievable to people, because you don't think it can apply to you. If you come from love, do my formula that I've talked about only on select videos. Always coming from love, good intentions, serving, wanting to help others, good is going to come to you. Okay. So even through all this noise, we had a positive experience, right? That I can come back and smile about, because being nice to people, making them laugh, if anything, stranger, making them laugh, they are going to like you, people, and being yourself, and you can make a joke out of anything. Like even a Target the other day, I walked up and this lady was on her phone at the register, and I was like, you want something to do? Are you looking for something to do? And she laughed, and then we started talking or whatever. Initially, people might think I'm just fucking around with them or whatever, but I make a joke, fucking around in a bad way, like I'm a jerk customer. But that's how I started. Just talking, saying hello to people is one of those first opening doors of social skills, and you'll see what happens. Okay. The second thing that I am dealing with right now is changes to simplify our life, right? How to stay disciplined, how to this, that, and the other. And I have already realized this, people, that one way to do that is to remove the stresses from your life, certain stresses, throw things away, right? This isn't just having to do with material items, but definitely not keep buying more things. Why am I buying more things to whatever, whatever? We could go into the psychotherapy of whatever it is. But the point is, I am trying to stop these bad habits of mine. How do I stop the habit? And it sounds really easy, and I feel like I'm being lazy because I haven't done it. It's not trying, it's doing, right? Just do, just go. Just stop doing that habit. And I'm causing myself unnecessary stress, just like I've talked about before with my millions of papers and maps. And I'm like, okay, what have I changed? What can I do moving forward to simplify and still be who I am and utilize uh, what it is that I need for me, because I can't put everything in my phone. What can I do, right? I've posted notes on things. I have things on dividers. And why am I keeping this thing? Why these things? Why am I doing this? And all that I just keep doing, right, is just keep doing it. But I'm conscious every time of every action, especially buying stuff for the house. And why am I going to buy these things that I'm going to have to return or not like, or I thought it was good, like I thought that was the right, went with whatever. So removing, okay, simplifying, giving away, throwing stuff out. We all know that, right? These are just my things that I almost do in an almost OCD fashion, also too, of certain things over and over again. Almost like having too much time on your hands. My time management, all these things that are my cause my own stressors, and I don't need to be like this, right? And I keep getting the lessons of these certain things will keep repeating themselves until I stop doing the whatever the thing. It's like quit entering the password in after 2 times, right? And then the goddamn, you can't sometimes see what you're typing because it's dots, and you have to like see it as you're typing it in, to even, to make sure. So it's all this dumb little stuff to me where it's like, okay, I have to just stop doing that thing. The parenting thing, as a result of my own behavior, because, and also maybe too, there wasn't a consequence. We're going into different subject, right? Simplify. Uh, Away from simplify is that having the same conversations, right, over and over and over again, and basically being like, do this. You have to do this first before you do that. If you choose to not do that, this is the consequence, right? So I keep doing this, causing myself back of the head headaches. We are also having challenges because we just have always seen each other way too much. And we laugh when we say separate, right? We need to separate for half the day. She goes and watches her movies or whatever that she's doing, or reading. She still reads. And so we have to take breaks, right? Healthy distance. This is the part, significant other or child, where I say that the space and the distance is healthy and it's good for everybody, right? We know this. A lot of people are just are working, right, or constantly in their active lifestyles or whatever, and that's how they do it. Okay, but I'm around quite a bit, and we all annoy each other. Okay, so that's a parenting thing, which I've only done like one episode on, but I wanted to bring it up is that this is also to our combativeness or whatever, messing around. She's messing around with me or whatever, is a personality thing, not a teenager thing. And this is where I'm also black sheep outside of the box, that I was always comfortable, excuse me, with teenage years coming, and when they were no longer in their diapers and could do stuff to themselves, because do stuff for themselves. It's good I'm catching myself when I do that now, when I'm talking so fast. Um, yeah, this is a personality thing. And so I've always felt comfortable with teenagers, could relate to them, remember it like yesterday. So I was never fearful of this. But again, the popular mainstream will say, wait till they're teenagers, or, they talk about a bunch of shit and smack about only children, which our kid is like, she's nothing to like what people say. So follow your truth. That's that on the parenting part. Lastly, I want to say in this, because I don't think I need to make a whole video on it, is Christmas. Every year, I think that I'm going to have a different, better, improved attitude regarding it, because most of my life and into my adulthood, I actually wrote an article on this, is that I always had an underlying, I feel like, negative energy around it, because I feel like it's always about it's not necessarily the gift giving. I think that's part of it, but all the marketing and the sales, again, mainstream public, and making people feel like that's people around me out there, whatever, because of what I see with all of the shopping makes me feel like that. And I'm just doing it to myself. So I know over the past like 2 years, I feel like it's improved. And the last place I worked, I was wearing these damn reindeer headband thing, which I would never make fun of, right? It's kind of like I'm the Grinch. And it's not always a happy time for people. So there's combination of emotions going on. And I know there's other people that feel the same way. It's not always a happy time. I don't end up seeing any of my immediate family because they live all over the country and the world. So it could be really sad for me, but I'm not, since I have my family here. I don't feel as sad about it. It's just the getting together, and I'm usually trying to do my volunteer work during around that time too, for the two organizations, or at least for the St. John's women's empowerment shelter thing. And so those things make me feel good too, but I like to do that outside of the holidays. So this year, here comes again. There's lots of positive, good things, and light therapy. I know how much that helps me. So I am just like, why do I still have some of this underlying energy when it comes to buying gifts for family? And they, I don't know that it's probably some underlying feelings of maybe them, or certain ones of them, like not appreciating it. I don't know. Um, that's my own psychoanalysis that I need to do, that I'm just like, why is that still stuck in there? Like, why can't I just enjoy it for the family time, enjoy it, and make it right, better each year, those feelings, and not just another year goes by again, and just feeling, I feel like stagnant. It's like stagnant energy that needs to go away, because there's no reason to feel like that, as long as I'm doing some sort of service work, as long as I'm with family, as long as we're happy, as long as we don't have to be deep all the time, which we usually aren't anyway, and having fun and enjoying and feeling blessed and abundant, right? Why can't I be like that? There's no reason. So there's no reason to have resting bitch face. I don't know. I don't even know what I look like. I just look like I'm not smiling. There's no reason to have resting bitch face. There's no reason to like not be happy in those moments, because family and all of that is important to me, and sharing and being community, and the new town to us, and a parade, and being, yeah, just enjoying, right? Even though the cold doesn't make me enjoy. Grew up in the cold, don't need to live in the cold, but even here in California, 60 degrees is cold. Okay, that's mostly what I wanted to say. And final touch, because I won't make a whole video on this. I could probably make a whole video on this. California people versus anywhere else. I always say, because of where I grew up, even though I was born and lived here till I was 6, is that on the East Coast or anywhere else, people on the road slow down, people here speed up. Okay, yes, that could be city living. Duh, yes. But there are things that I've been wanting to talk about that basically wherever you grow up, we'll give the example of California, they think this is the way and this is the way everywhere, right? So whether it's somebody warned me about moving to the land of flakes. It's been 20 years here. I don't even know what that word means. I don't even know if those people know that it means what it means. But I've realized at this point in my assessment of dealing with people, yes, some of them do believe that this is just how it is. Even in terms of the etiquette, I think I never thought I'd meet so many people with so many different types of etiquette. Even that means responding to a text or an email. And I know you can encounter this all over the world and all over the country, but I just think here it has just been my experience that I've experienced it on an off the chart level. That I feel like I've got it down now. I've got it mastered in some sort of in these areas enough to at least assess when I'm dealing with people that I said in one of my last videos, right? If any of you sometimes don't always watch every video, of course, but I was talking about don't fuck with me because I feel like I got all my bases covered and to an extent, a degree. So I wanted to end the video then in saying this right now because it's something I want to talk about. I probably, like I said, I probably could make a full-on video um, regarding this topic, but I know if I don't talk about it now, I might not do it. And that's why I wanted to jump on here real fast. And again, my time management is sucking right now because I'm not getting the stuff I need to do done. But this is only 20 minutes. Anyway, and that lovely front door right there. I don't really love that stained glass, or not stained glass, whatever it is. I want a wooden door there. So maybe I will show you when I am proud of my finished product of decorating because I'm excited about it. It's gonna be kind of a slow process. It's gonna be fun. This is something exciting and happiness, right? Again. So I hope you saw some value in this video, especially with the first part, Magic at DMV, and that the cliche sayings like anything is possible, all of those sorts of things, you can make anything happen, dreams come true, all that stuff I would label even younger as like it's garbage because it was very difficult for me to believe any of that. And it seemed too far away. I think distant, maybe just I didn't, I was just, of course, different mindset, but I didn't have a mentor there, didn't have a coach there. Parents were teaching you anything like that, and definitely like positive thinking and that you can create things in your own reality. People probably still think, what does that mean? Like what does that mean? You know, it's taking charge, it's reclaiming our power, it's reading things though that make you feel like that make you feel connected. And Ernest Holmes, I'll mention again, the prayer, or I'm sorry, it's just called Prayer, anything by Ernest Holmes, Napoleon Hill, any of those people, anything that helps you really dig deep and go inside and talk to yourself. And if you want to say God, they do use the word God. Whatever it is to you to connect to help you understand that when you are connected to source like that and you believe in goodness, your true nature, and that you are powerful inside, and you start playing these games that I recommend to you. You know, I've talked about so many of these things before, but I don't talk about it in every video, is that it's not just me doing this, right? But it's not just me that can do this. Other people do this too, and I want to share more personal stories with you so that you can see. But it's got to be, it's a mindset and a lifestyle. So, you know, there will be a parking space. They will have that lip gloss there. They will have an appointment for me sooner than December 17th, my dad's birthday. They will this and that. This is going to happen. And you have to believe it. And one way to believe it is just every time a negative thoughts comes in your mind. And if it doesn't work, it wasn't for you, right? it's a job or a situation or whatever, trust in the divine timing and trust in, like I said, that situation was not for you. You're like, well, I did all of that. Why didn't it work? Those are the two reasons. There's probably more reasons, right? So, a lot of talking. I will see you in the next video, and just remember I said, and some tips of what I said. And like I said, you can change your reality and you can change and bring these things to you in your life if you want to. That's why I'm always like, what else? What else? What else can I do? What else can I do to make magic happen? And that's what I call magic and for me. And anyway, okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.